I'm crawling around on the bathroom floor, picking up pieces of myself. These pieces are not metaphor, they're actual pieces. Plum-sized, beet-colored, with the consistency and sheen of chicken liver, 3 of them have shot out of me like shells from a cannon. I am bleeding out, but my brain, starved of blood and in shock at the sight of so much of it, cannot process this information. Instead, I've become convinced that the ordnance sliding around my bathroom floor are my internal organs, which I must rescue so someone can put them back inside me. I head to the kitchen to hunt for Tupperware. Not just any Tupperware, the glass kind. Heaven forbid my liver and kidney should come into contact with BPAs. It does not occur to me in my befuddled state that had my internal organs actually fallen from my body, I would not have the pulse with which to rummage in my kitchen cabinet in search of a container to store them. It is Saturday night, no, now Sunday morning, just after midnight, of the July 4th weekend, 2017. Pads and underwear have become useless against these pyrotechnics, so it's just me in my bathrobe, hemorrhaging. Outside, bootleg fireworks are erupting into the sky. Inside, gravity has forced another palm-sized chunk to plunge, splat, onto the kitchen floor. And the rocket's red glare indeed. Happy Independence Day to me. Added bonus, I'm mid-divorce. I scoop up the large mass and put it in the glass container with the others. With the blobs now safely stored in carcinogen-free glass on the top shelf of my fridge, I've seen enough medical procedurals to know about the importance when transporting human organs of picnic coolers. I called the answering service for my surgeon, who, 3 weeks earlier, had removed my cervix. This post-op emergency, which I'm not yet prepared to call an emergency, is unusual. In fact, of all trachelectomies, that's the clinical name for cervix removal, performed in the U.S., only a small percentage result in vaginal cuff dehiscence. The clinical name for the stitches where they sewed up the top of your vaginal canal have come undone, and now you're a blood clot howitzer. I am 12 hours without medical intervention from my own death. Possibly less. At this point, however, I know none of this. Neither the number of hours I have left nor the technical name for what's happening. I just know I'm exhausted and bleeding profusely, that I'm still deep in the weeds of recovering from major surgery, that I'd already gone to the emergency room near family court 6 days after surgery, after nearly passing out from pain while representing myself at a custody hearing, but the hospital had sent me home saying everything looked fine. I am loath to cry wolf again, but my apartment looks like a crime scene, so I'm crying medium-sized dog, possibly rabbit. Alas, no one from the hospital is calling me back, so I'm crying into the void anyway. I call the answering service again. I text them a photo of one of the masses in the palm of my hand for size context. Nada. I feel like medicine's needy girlfriend ghosted by the hospital. It has now magically jumped from midnight to 1:30 in the morning, like a Truffaut film. Qu'est-ce que c'est dégueulasse? What is disgusting? I mean, for starters, the bathroom floor. Part of me can't help but wonder if all of these bloody missiles are, in fact, metaphor, the expulsion of decades of marital sludge. But while I am grateful for my escape from a toxic, lonely marriage, I've recently been as alone as I've ever been, as lonely as I've ever felt. My eldest has been living with his girlfriend in Bangkok, where he's teaching English. My youngest is away at summer camp. My middle one has been in the Middle East, so I've been walking the dog and doing the dishes and taking out the trash and lugging laundry back and forth from the communal laundry room in the basement on my own. None of these tasks are on the list of acceptable activities on the hospital handout they give you when they kick you out the morning after your surgery and tell you to rest. But having been recently downsized, I can't afford the added cost of a home health aide. Or, frankly, food or shelter. Aside from the few freelance gigs I've been able to cobble together from bed, I now have zero income combined with an extra $2,314.20 a month in COBRA fees, which has always struck me as one of the more insulting cosmic ironies of losing a job in America. Bye, have a nice life. Here's 0 months of severance plus an extra rent's worth of healthcare costs.